Hey everyone, welcome back. You know how we do things here? We take these deep dives into the research that you all send in and really try to unpack it.
Yep, get to the bottom of it, see if it holds water.
Exactly. And the stuff you sent in this time, I gotta say, it's really intriguing, all about adaptability.
And how it's like the secret sauce to building wealth.
Right. Especially these days, that's something we could all use a little more insight on. So I'm really excited to jump in. And I think what's fascinating about this particular research is that it's not just saying adaptability is helpful or nice to have.
No, it's like way more hardcore than that.
Totally. It's saying adaptability is the skill, like the most important thing you need if you want to thrive financially.
And I gotta say, reading through it, that really resonated with me.
Me too, for sure. And I'm wondering if it's the same for you listening out there. I mean, think about it. Have you noticed how the old rules of success just don't seem to apply anymore? It's like everything's changing so fast.
It's like trying to hit a moving target, right?
100%. And this research is basically saying that being able to roll with those punches, to adapt and even embrace the change, that's where the real magic happens.
It's like instead of getting knocked down, you learn to surf the wave.
I love that analogy.
Oh.
Okay, so we're kind of seeing why adaptability might be important in general, but why is it so crucial right now in this moment?
Well, I think the source hits the nail on the head when it talks about the speed of change. The world is evolving faster than ever before. Technology, information, everything's just zipping along at warp speed.
It's overwhelming sometimes, right? Just trying to keep up with it all.
And that's exactly why adaptability is so essential. If you're clinging to old ways of doing things, old mindsets, you're going to be left in the dust. It's like trying to drive a horse and buggy on the freeway. You might get somewhere eventually, but it's going to be a rough ride.
Makes sense. And I think that's where this whole growth mindset thing comes in, which the research talks a lot about. It's like the buzzword of the decade.
Oh yeah, you hear it everywhere, from business seminars to self-help books.
But honestly, sometimes I'm like, okay, does it actually apply to making money? Can having the right mindset really put more cash in my pocket?
I truly believe it can. A growth mindset is like the foundation for adaptability. It's the belief that you're not fixed, that you can constantly learn and grow and improve your skills. You're not limited by what you know today. You're always reaching for that next level.
So it's not about being born brilliant or anything like that?
Not at all. It's more about being a lifelong learner, someone who embraces challenges and sees setbacks as opportunities to learn and get better. Imagine you hit a roadblock, like a failed investment or a business idea that flops. Someone with a fixed mindset might just give up, thinking, see, I'm just not good at this money stuff. But with a growth mindset, you'd be like, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I adjust my strategy and try again, maybe even stronger this time?
So it's like turning those failures into fuel for the fire.
Exactly. And that kind of resilience, that ability to bounce back and keep learning, is crucial for navigating the ever-changing landscape of wealth building. I mean, think about it. The markets fluctuate, industries rise and fall, new technologies pop up all the time. To thrive in that environment, you got to be able to pivot, adjust, and constantly be learning new things.
It makes total sense. And this source also talks about strategic career transitions and multiple income streams as being outcomes of adaptability. Like, is that really a thing? Can people actually just switch careers and start making more money?
It's not just a thing. It's happening all the time. And it's becoming more and more common, especially as technology breaks down traditional career barriers. I've seen it firsthand with so many of my clients. Take Sarah, for example. She was a librarian, loved books, loved organizing information, but felt kind of stuck in her career.
Like hitting a ceiling, maybe?
Totally. And then she discovered this online course in data analytics, the kind of stuff that helps businesses understand their customers.
Oh yeah, that's hot stuff these days.
Right. So Sarah takes this course, dives in head first, learns all these new skills, and guess what? She lands a job helping a tech company analyze their customer data. And now she's making double what she made as a librarian, and she's excited about her work again.
Wow, that's incredible. So it's like by being adaptable, she opened up a whole new world of possibilities for herself.
Exactly. And that's the power of embracing change, of being willing to learn and grow and step outside your comfort zone. Sarah could have easily stayed in her librarian job, but she chose to adapt, and it paid off big time.
That's really inspiring. But let's be real, change can be scary. I know this source talks about the importance of overcoming fear, and honestly, that's something I've struggled with myself. Have you ever felt that pull to stay in your comfort zone, even when you knew deep down it wasn't the best move?
Oh, absolutely. Fear is natural. It's part of being human. But here's the thing about fear. It often comes from focusing on all the things that could go wrong. instead of what could go right.
Like a worst-case scenario playing out in your head.
Exactly, and that can be paralyzing. But here's a trick I've learned. When you feel that fear creeping in, try breaking it down. Ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of? What's the worst that could happen? Often, when you face those fears head on, they lose their power. And even better, each time you step outside your comfort zone, each time you try something new and it works out, it builds your confidence for the next leap.
Like building up those courage muscles.
Exactly. And that's how you start to see change, not as something to be feared, but as an opportunity for growth and even excitement. It becomes less about what if I fail and more about what if I succeed?
Love that shift in perspective.
Yeah.
And it actually reminds me of this whole idea of future-proofing your career, which the source also mentions. What does that even mean in a practical sense? Like, what steps can people take to future-proof themselves in this crazy, ever-changing world?
Future-proofing sounds kind of intimidating, but it's actually a pretty simple concept. It's like having an early warning system for your career. You're scanning the horizon, looking for changes that are coming down the pike, whether it's new technologies, emerging industries, or skills that are becoming hot.
So it's like being proactive instead of reactive.
Exactly. Imagine you're a chef, right? And suddenly everyone's going crazy for vegan food. If you're future-proofing, you're already learning those plant-based recipes before everyone else is scrambling to catch up.
So you're ahead of the curve, already prepared for the shift.
Exactly. And that applies to any career. You're staying informed about trends in your field, taking courses to learn new skills, networking with people in different industries. It's about constantly evolving and making sure you're not blindsided by changes in the market.
So to sum all this up, if we want to build wealth in today's world, adaptability is not optional. It's essential. And a growth mindset is like the key to unlocking that adaptability superpower.
Absolutely. And we can't forget about facing our fears because that's what allows us to take those leaps of faith and try new things.
And of course, taking action today to future-proof our careers is crucial. We got to stay ahead of the game.
Couldn't agree more. So if you're listening out there, here's a question to chew on. What's one small change you can make this week to become more adaptable? Maybe it's reading an article about a new trend in your field, or signing up for a free online course, or even just having a conversation with someone who has a different job than you.
Those are great ideas. Even small steps can make a big difference.
Absolutely. The point is to start somewhere, to embrace that growth mindset, and get comfortable with the idea that change is not the enemy, it's the opportunity.
That's such a powerful way to frame it. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on this deep dive. We hope you found it insightful, and we'll catch you next time for another exploration into the world of wealth building.
See you then.